So listen to this. This is so amazing, I think. He's saying, treat it by realizing that those who indeed have achieved it did only so by exhausting themselves over long periods of time. In other words, how bad do you want it, right? If you want it that bad, you have to work for it. And working for it means day and night. Meanwhile, life, right, is passing you by, right? People spend all this time at work. They never have time for their families because dunya, have to keep working, have to make more and more. And this obsessive, it becomes an obsession, right? And so the actual life passes by. And the experiences of life are lost, right? Like somebody said, life is busy. What happens when you're busy doing other things, right? So everybody's in this just obsessive search for security and for wealth, and in the end, their life is over. So he said, look at those people, how they've wasted, exhausted themselves getting it. And then he says, and just as they're starting to climb the heights, right? Just as they're starting to achieve what they did, right? They've got everything they wanted, and just as they're approaching the heights of its splendor, suddenly, without their permission, death assails them, right? And, I mean, here, really, I think that Dodi and Diana is a really good example of that, in all honesty, because, and that's why people were so devastated by that. People really were. In England, they were devastated by it. Because it's like, no, she can't die. It's like her life was the life that all of these people wanted, right? Fame, beauty, lineage, right? All of these things, wealth. She had it, quote unquote, she had it all. That's what they say in this culture. She had it all. Right at the prime of her life, right? 38 years old. Death it's not invited in. That's what he says. It comes without invitation. Hajamat means to come without invitation. You didn't invite it. It just shows up. It's time to go. And it takes the person. So all these wealthy people have to die. And then also he said, also realize, right? Treat it also by recognizing the disdain shown to misers. Nobody likes a miser. Nobody. And he's saying even misers don't like each other. Right? And that's how bad it is. The hatred people have for them, even amongst themselves. And then he says, with this same treatment, treat the one whose heart's ailment is love of wealth. Right? So, if it's hubb ad-dunya also, treat it that way. And then he says, the next disease,